Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today is part 2 of my self-isolation recommendations. I was only going to do 5 that I did in the previous video, but as soon as I was finished filming that video, I had so many more ideas in my head for books that I would read if I were self-isolating. So yeah, here are five more. Although there's slightly more than 5. I have 5 items, but one of the items has lots of items within it. So, yes. So, the first book I would choose would be The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. This is glorious. It tells the story of Liesel Memminger, who is adopted or fostered, rather, by a couple in Germany during the Second World War. Her parents have been taken to a concentration camp, and she has witnessed her brother die, and he was buried in the snow, basically at the side of the train tracks. And the gravedigger drops a book, and it's a book about how to be a gravedigger. She picks it up, can't read, but takes it and becomes the book thief. This is beautiful. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it will fill a couple of days for you because it's a big chunker. Here is a small fact. You are going to die. 1939, Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier. Liesel, a 9-year-old girl, is living with a foster family on Himmel Street. Her parents have been taken away to a concentration camp. Liesel steals books. This is her story, and the story of the inhabitants of her street when the bombs begin to fall. Some important information. This novel is narrated by Death. It's a small story about a girl, an accordionist, some fanatical Germans, a Jewish fist fighter, and quite a lot of thievery. Another thing you should know: Death will visit the book thief 3 times. I have no words for how amazing this book is, and you should read it. If you're self-isolating and you want something to really sink your teeth into, it's awesome. Now the next one, because we all need a little bit of escapism if we are trapped in our houses and unable to go out, and people stockpiling bog roll in the shops and throwing things that they don't need into their trolleys. I'd rather be at home. I'd rather be at home than have to suffer through that. So a book that I would read, I would reread this actually, this was amazing, would be The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Now this edition is gorgeous. It's not the edition I read, but it's the edition that came out in Waterstones. It's the Waterstones exclusive edition, and I had to have it because it's just stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Now this tells the story of a night circus. As the sun disappears beyond the horizon, all over the tents small lights begin to flicker, as though the entirety of the circus is covered in particularly bright fireflies. When the tents are all aglow, sparkling against the night sky, the sign appears. Le Circus de Dreams, the Circus of Dreams. Now the circus is open. Now you may enter. In 1886, a mysterious travelling circus begins an international sensation. Open only at night, constructed entirely in black and white, Le Circus de Dreams delights all who wander its circular paths and warm themselves at its bonfire. Although there are acrobats, fortune-tellers and contortionists, the Circus of Dreams is no conventional spectacle. Some tents contain clouds, some ice. The circus seems almost to cast a spell over its aficionados, who call themselves the rêveurs, the dreamers. At the heart of the story is the tangled relationship between two young magicians, Celia, the enchanter's daughter, and Marco, the sorcerer's apprentice. At the behest of their shadowy masters, they find themselves locked in a deadly contest, forced to test the very limits of the imagination and of their love. This book is just out of this world amazing. The world building is stunning. The visuals that it gives you are just beautiful. It's so dreamlike. It's such escapism. It's so dark. It's so gothic. It's just to be read immediately. So yeah, that's The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And on the same sort of escapism idea, the next two books are a bit of escapism. And my favourite book, or two books of all time. I absolutely love these books. So Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, and Alice's I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Alice Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. Now both these editions are illustrated rather beautifully by Helen Oxbury, and that's really bad light, Graham. The stories, I don't need to tell what they're about because everyone should know. You read these because they're great, and if you've read them before and you like them, read them again because they're amazing. I just be very gentle with these because they're gorgeous and they're quite rare, I do believe. So the next thing is a box set, and this is possibly by one of my favourite children's authors of all time, Roald Dahl. Read anything by Roald Dahl. If you are looking for an hour of happiness, of fun, read anything by Roald Dahl. Particular favourites of mine are The Witches, Matilda, what else is a favourite? I like The Twits, Easy O Trot, and there's a couple here I haven't read actually. But yeah, Matilda and The Witches are probably two of my favourite by this author. This author's writing it's dark, it's gloriously funny, it's he doesn't like children. He hates children. Children they're smashed, they're beaten, they're thrown about, they're locked in cupboards with nails stuck in them in Matilda, the Chokey. Oh gosh. But yeah, if you're looking for some fun and a bit of escapism, read anything by this author because he's fab. I have prattled on, so I will leave you now. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.